What's up, guys? We're back like we never left, and today I'm gonna be going over the NBA playoff bracket and kind of predicting what I think is gonna happen. Yesterday was the last game of the last game of the regular season. Some crazy things happened with the Timberwolves and Rudy Gobert bunch and Kyle Anderson and all those type of stuff. But yeah, so there's definitely like a crazy way to end off the year. But yeah, let's first get into the play-in predictions. Let's start out on the Western Conference. So the Pelicans and the Thunder are going to be playing against each other. Whoever wins between the Lakers and Minnesota is going to be going to play Memphis. And whoever loses that will be going to play the winner of the New Orleans Pelicans or the Oklahoma City Thunder. And based on how I think it's going to go, I believe the Lakers will get the best of Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota's team chemistry is at an all-time low right now because they also just lost, what's his name? Jaden McDaniels after he punched the wall and fractured his hand yesterday as well. The Minnesota Timberwolves just fell apart as of yesterday. So I mean, but if they were to lose, it's not the last chance in the world. They would have to play against New Orleans or Oklahoma City. So yeah, I believe the Lakers will be playing Memphis in the first round. So it's the 2-7 matchup. And Minnesota, I believe, will be going against New Orleans. I think OKC is too young right now. Although they've shown that like they can win games and stuff like that, I just feel like they're a little too young, and I don't know. I feel like CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, like they've been there before, and I feel like they're gonna come through and just win that one game. So yeah, I believe will be the Pelicans versus Minnesota. And yeah, I think I can see, who do I see winning that? So I think I could probably see the Pelicans winning that, and they're going to go play Denver. Last year, Pelicans were in the play-in, and then they ended up going against the Suns that were the current 1 seed, and then they ended up winning. Well, not winning, but they ended up making a close series. So the Pelicans do have a little bit of firepower here and there. I have no idea what's going on with Zion. I don't know if he's supposed to return or not, but anyways, we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna predict like the records for the play-in like series. So Denver versus what I predict to be the Pelicans. I believe the Pelicans maybe could win one game. I feel like it'll be like a 4-1 series, maybe a 4-2, 4-1 or 4-2. I don't see it going to 7 or 6 games. Or yeah, I don't see it going into 7 games. Yeah, maybe 6 games. It just depends. But yeah, I see Denver winning that one. Phoenix versus the Clippers. This is good. This is an interesting one because Paul George is currently not playing, and Kevin Durant's really like a cheat code. Like he's a free win right now. It's like he's, I think, like 20-0 or something like that when he's on the court. So I have Phoenix winning this one. And I mean, if the Phoenix Suns were not to win this one, it'll be very, very upsetting for like all Suns fans after last year getting blown out. Who was it? They got blown out by Memphis, I believe, last year. Yeah, it was a bad look. So this is their year to get like kind of redeem themselves, and to do that against Clippers would be pretty big. And yeah, I see that series being 4-2 and the Suns winning that one. Yeah, okay. This one is going to be a very, very interesting one. The Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors just scored 157 points yesterday, and they broke records for how many threes they made. Their team chemistry seems like an all-time high at the perfect moment. They don't got to play till April 15th, so they're going to have some time to rest and everything like that. So this is going to be very interesting to watch. And De'Aaron Fox said De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, Keegan Murray, like Malik Monk, the whole Kings team. As I said in my video, all about them. They're very exciting. It's like a surprising team, and I can see them putting up a good fight. I just think the Draymond Green and Stephen Curry like playoff, and Klay Thompson and Gary Payton the second being back, and Andrew Wiggins planning on being back. I feel like the Golden State Warriors are kind of getting back in their groove a little bit. Although the Sacramento Kings will have home court advantage, and we've seen what Golden State Warriors do on the road, it's gonna be very weird. I could see this one honestly going to 7 games. But I think the Golden State Warriors will just have that slight edge, and I could see that pulling out a road win. I just feel like when it comes down to it, they could win. But hey, we'll see. So right now I have Denver versus Phoenix in the second round, and then the Golden State Warriors versus whoever wins between Memphis and the Lakers. And if the Lakers end up advancing like I hope they do, I feel like that would be very entertaining. Although last year when Memphis and Minnesota were playing against each other in the first round, that was very entertaining too, because what's their name? Like Karl-Anthony Towns' dad and John Morant's dad were going back and forth. It was really fun. But so Memphis versus Lakers though. In the series, I would take the Lakers. If Anthony Davis were to get hurt in one of those games, it completely shifts everything. I know Jaren Jackson Jr. is one of the best defenders in the league, but I don't know. I just like the Lakers' chances for just being LeBron and Anthony Davis, and that duo is hard to stop. Although John Morant and Dylan Brooks, like, I feel like it's gonna be a very heated series, but not as heated as another series I'll get into in a second. But yeah, I feel like the Lakers could win that one. I think that would also go to 7 games. It would be very, very close. But yeah, okay. So it will be Denver versus Phoenix, and then Golden State Warriors versus the Lakers in the second round. And I don't know what could happen there. So Phoenix versus Denver, I could see Phoenix winning that if healthy. Again, this is all if healthy. I just don't see the Denver Nuggets having that playoff intensity when it comes to defense and, like, you know, at least interior defense and stuff like that. And like I get to see DeAndre Ayton at least put it up a pretty good defensive presence on Jokic. Not obviously the best, because it's hard to guard Jokic in general because of just how he plays. But yeah, so I have Phoenix winning that one. Again, I think I could see that honestly going in 6 games. I think the Suns could beat them in 6, so 4-2 series. And between the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors, this is where it gets very interesting. The Lakers have played very well against, or have been at least played solid against the Golden State Warriors this season. Sorry, that was young. And yeah, I could see that will be hard, because it'll be like Stephen Curry. I feel like Golden State Warriors defense would be a lot better, and the Lakers defense is one of those things that you can never know what's gonna happen. I would honestly say I would favor the Golden State Warriors in that series to go to the Western Conference Finals. So that will be the Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. I say Golden State Warriors winning in 7, though. But yeah, that'll be Phoenix and the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. So between Phoenix and the Golden State Warriors, I can see. I would probably take the Suns going to the finals again. I don't know. I just have a lot of confidence in the Suns right now, just because of if they have KD and if they can stay healthy. I think they could do some damage. All the Golden State Warriors are very good. I think I would also go to 7 games and it'll be a very close series, but I think the Suns will just have the edge because Kevin Durant, is Kevin Durant. So that's my predictions for the Western Conference. And yeah, I see the Suns make it to the finals on the Western side. Now moving over to the East. Okay. Let's get to the 7 and 8 play-in spot, which be between the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. If we look at last year's tournament, where was it? Oh yeah, last year's tournament. The Miami Heat and the Hawks did play last year, but it was in a 7-game series. And the Heat ended up winning that, and I don't see any difference now. I believe I believe the Miami Heat can buckle down for a win. And yeah, I think all they need is one win, and I would like to see that matchup between the Boston and Miami. Boston and Miami once again, because they played last year in the Western Conference Finals, and that was quite a crazy series that almost led them to the playoffs. So I hope to see Miami play Boston. That'll be fun. And the winner of Toronto and Chicago is going to play the Bucks. And I see Chicago winning that one. Although Toronto has good defense, I just like Patrick Beverley's energy he gives the team. I feel like they got reignited ever since he came to the squad, and I don't know. I just believe I can see the Chicago Bulls making it. The Toronto Raptors, they don't seem to impress me a whole lot. But yeah, so yeah, in the kind of the second bracket of the play, I guess you could say, it would be the Hawks versus the Bulls. And I would still take the Bulls there. The Hawks, I mean, Trae Young does go crazy during playoff time. But I don't know. The Bulls are just a bit very inconsistent. I don't really know. I just want to see the Bulls win. And I don't want to see Atlanta win at all. That's why I'm going to go with Chicago. And yeah. Alright, so 1 to 8 is going to be Chicago. The 4-5 is going to be the Knicks, Brooklyn and Philly, then Boston and Atlanta. No, Boston and Miami. Alright, so 1-8, which I predict to be Chicago versus Milwaukee. Quite honestly, that might be a sweep. This Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks, this in general, they're just too good. And yeah, I just can't really see. I'll be surprised if the Bulls could get a win against them. I don't know what their season series they have, if they played each other this season, who won those games or whatever. I'm just going off of this how it looks right now. I feel like the Bulls fans do not I don't think they have any expectations for them if they were to play against the Bucks. Maybe they can sneak a win in there, just maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a sweep. All right, so one of the more interesting in terms of storylines and all that type of stuff in terms of series is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. My favorite team being the Cavs. I'm just going to go out and say it. I believe they're going to beat the Knicks. The Knicks are not going to have Julius Randle for I don't know how many games, maybe the first 2. Cavs have home court advantage. They have the best defense in the league. The Knicks, though, do have more, I guess you could say, I would say they're actually relatively similar in some playoff experience. Although Jalen Brunson has been to the Western Conference Finals, Julius Randle has been in the playoffs several times. Well, like for example, Josh Hart hasn't been to the playoffs, and like some of these players they haven't made the playoffs yet, so it's gonna be relatively, I would say, kind of fair in terms of playoff experience. The Cavs, Danny Green has won 3 NBA championships. Donovan Mitchell has been to the playoffs every single season of his career. I don't think JD Bickerstaff has been to the playoffs, if I'm mistaken, being the Cavs head coach. But yeah, I see the series going to 6 games. I can see the Cavs winning 4-2. People want to talk about the season series between the Cavs and the Knicks, and quite honestly, it doesn't really count to me because like 2 of the games Jarrett Allen wasn't playing, and there was weird circumstances. So in terms of a full healthy Cavs team against a somewhat beaten up Knicks team, I like the Cavs' chances, but anything can happen, and I feel like that would be a crazy series, and I'm excited for it because Donovan Mitchell playing against a team that was trying to trade for them and all that type of stuff, and yeah. All right, 3-6. The Sixers and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets might win a game. I see it being a 5-game series, if not a sweep. The Sixers are just really good, and Brooklyn can't really do much. They have like a bunch of 3-and-D wings. Nicholas Claxton, I don't know how he can stop Joel Embiid, but yeah, pretty much simple there. Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat. I'm going with this close series. I'm gonna go 6 games, 4-2. And I believe Boston's gonna win that. Miami Heat can honestly go and shoot lights out. They really want to, but I don't know. If they could just get it going, they could be really scary, but I just don't see it happening in this short amount of time. So yeah, that's why I'm going with the Celtics win that series. All right, to go with the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a scary matchup. I feel like it's a really good matchup at the same time. It's a good matchup for Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen to practice. Like, I feel like this could be a very good experience. I honestly don't see the Cavs winning this series. I could see them winning maybe 2 games, so maybe a 6-game series. They're gonna make it competitive for sure. But I just feel like the Milwaukee Bucks again are just too good. So yeah, I can see. Yeah. I don't know. The Cavs have been able to stop Giannis 1 game, and that was when Evan Mobley dropped his career high of 38 points, which was crazy. But to have that happen for 4 games, I feel like it's gonna be hard. But yeah, so that's why I'm gonna go with a 4-2 win over the Milwaukee Bucks. But if the Cavs were to exceed my expectations, I will not be surprised, but I'll be very, very happy. Sixers versus Boston. Oh, this is an interesting one. Assuming everyone's all healthy, Robert Williams on Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown versus James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. It's going to be a very close one. I can see this one going to 7 games being a close one. But I see I could honestly see the Sixers advancing out of this. Joel Embiid is very good. I feel like Joel Embiid, like, this is like the Sixers' last chance. Whatever you want to say, like, the Sixers are not going to be the same team next year. I just find it hard to believe that. Like, the Bucks, I feel like, are going to stay relatively dominant for a little while. The Cleveland Cavaliers are only going to get better. You honestly never know what to expect. The Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, they're going to be, like, not in the play-in. They might be in the play-in next season. The only reason why they are in the playoffs right now is because they had, like, a crazy boost with that, like, a 12-game win streak from earlier in the season from Kyrie and KD. Boston, I could see. Actually, no, Jaylen Brown might be. They just been talking about leaving, so it's this Eastern Conference is going to look a whole lot different from a year now. But in terms of this year, I can see the Sixers making it to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Bucks, and I feel like that'll be a crazy series because I know Joel Embiid has been at this point several times in his career where he's been so close but yet so far away. I'm sure he's just gonna want to just go out and dominate, which I believe he could do. But yeah, that'll be quite crazy. All right, so right now what we currently have Phoenix in the finals, and who will be facing them will be between Boston and the Sixers and Milwaukee. And I'm gonna go with, we might be repeating 2021 all over again, but I'm gonna go with the Bucks again to play the Suns in the finals. I could see this going to I could see this go to like a 6-game series. I think Giannis is really just like, I don't know, I feel like he's really going to get it going and just kind of upset the Sixers fan. Not upset because it's like they're still the best team in the league, but does not make the Sixers fans happy. And yeah, that's where I am with that. So yeah, the Bucks and the Suns in the finals. And to win those finals, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. The Phoenix Suns, again, Kevin Durant, like they could score buckets, but they just need some sort of a form of defense. Chris Paul's not a great defender anymore. DeAndre Ayton is an alright defender, but not enough to stop Giannis. And Giannis is just a great defender, and Brook Lopez is a great defender, and Jrue Holiday is a great defender. Like, they great defense and a great offense, and they got a well-oiled machine right now. And yeah, they're the first seed for a reason, and that's why they are my pick to win the NBA playoffs. Again, this is all just predictions. Nothing is final. Yeah, if it was up to me, I would love to see the Cavs win the finals, but I just don't see that quite happening. But at the same time, I could see the Cavs upsetting the Bucks, or maybe I could see like the Warriors. Oh, I could see Memphis beating the Lakers and playing against Memphis in the second round, which would be crazy to watch. Well, yeah. So, maybe even on a good day, the Clippers could beat the Suns, and nothing's I can't think of the word. But yeah, I'm just saying it's not easy to predict these things. Anything can happen. If you look at March Madness, like what everyone predicted was not happening at all. So yeah, that's just what's fun about it. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, and yeah. Alright, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please remember to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Honey.